to the semi-final in Scotland. So I'm really been happy with the season. You know, I've been playing quite well, so I'm happy with the season.
And this format as well, because it's you know, there's 32 people come here. Explain how it actually works with the top 16 and the other 16 who get to come here.
Well, the top 16 are obviously, you know, we
bring your players on for the first match here. World ranked at number 13, one of the most consistent players on the WBT circuit, from Scotland, Jonathan Ross. And up against him, ladies and gentlemen, he's the defending champion and 4 times world indoor singles champion. He's number 1 in the world, Scotland, Paul Fozzie Foster, MBE. And I hand you over to commentary with David Corkill.
Well, a big challenge here for Jonathan Ross. 4 times world champion Paul Foster in his way for a place to the quarterfinals. Well, Paul Foster will be the favourite, no doubt about that. When it's going to be, as far as we're concerned, a matter of whether Jonathan can stay with him or not for the first few ends.
Yeah, Jonathan's got to have a good game, I think, to beat Paul. But as we all know, Jonathan's certainly more than capable of beating Paul on his day. It should be a good encounter. Paul's such a class act. He won't leave it easy for Jonathan.
Jonathan Ross moving from red to green for this match. Paul Foster able to stay with the red balls, so it'll be interesting to see if there's a difference with Jonathan with the green ones. Shouldn't be.
Good ball here, Dave, just as you've said.
Likes his forehand, Jonathan. The straighter hand. Plays it well.
One green.
I think the first set's absolutely vital in this match. Jonathan's going to cause an upset. Really needs to get the first set behind him. Although, having said that, Paul Foster won the first set comfortably in his first round match, and then lost the second by a dramatic scoreline before taking the tie break. And that can happen. Just don't know sometimes as to why the game is going to come out, but Des Can of Australia did give Paul Foster a bit of a scare.
Played very well, especially in that second set, Dave.
Yep, absolutely. I went off to get changed actually to play Jonathan the next match, and I thought Paul Foster would have rattled it off in 6 or 7 ends and came back. The score was 10-1, but it wasn't for Paul. Held his nerve though.
Jonathan will be looking to draw another here.
Bigger hand, this backhand.
All on the pace now because he's got a good line. Just pushed it a touch, Dave.
Yeah. Well,
not in a bad place though.
that's in the receiving place. I think Paul Foster will just be trying to tap the red ball over a couple of times, and safe enough, not going to lose any more than one shot if he doesn't succeed.
Yep, I think he's just playing that yard away.
Well, in that forehand, so it's a straighter hand. He's got big swinging bowls. He'll
Yeah,
not be
it's
far away with this.
Close here, this.
Oh, he's got it.
That's a great
Oh,
effort.
it's a brilliant bowl. Perfectly weighted. Very difficult shot.
One shot, Paul Foster.
Played it well. I think it's going to come down to who plays the big bowls very well at the end of the day.
Could well be the case. Paul Foster, if he outdraws Jonathan, forcing him into the weight shots, which on this rink are not too hard to play. They're very very doable, we would say. But the pressure will come from the first two bowls.
Yeah, it's a vital piece of anybody's game, that getting the first two bowls somewhere within the head.
Foster staying on one side of the rink. Jonathan preferred the backhand in this direction. Forehand's good, actually. It's a big swing, but backhand's a steady swing. If you get your weight right, you'll be close.
Good line again. That's what we're talking. That's what they need. First two bowls in.
That's strong bias of Paul Foster in the bowl as well. And he's always on the outside of the mat, Wayne. If you watch where he stands on the mat, Paul Foster, it's always trying to help the ball back again. No such thing as a tight line for Paul Foster, unless he's playing weight.
2 red.
Just encouraging it on. He must think he's short. He's not though.
Not too far away, was he?
Another great ball.
Back toucher. I think that's why he was trying to encourage it. He wanted it to run in behind. And first bit of pressure for Jonathan Ross.
I think he'll be attacking this, Dave. Even if he takes a couple away, it's good.
Yep. Third ball too. He's got a chance to recover with the last. Well, he's playing a drawing weight. Brave shot the way that head's sitting.
He's not reached it.
I'm surprised at that because those poles are angled to take at least 2 out. You get the front one, it's quite possible to wing across and get all 3 even.
Paul will play it off the forehand, maybe. Cover. Oh no, he's going to backhand again.
Interesting this because all the green balls are there on the forehand, yet he's decided to try and drop another one in the back, and he's just broadened the target. So
He's got to go for this, hasn't he, Dave?
oh, try and get them all. If he gets the angle right, he'll get all 3 out, and surely has to play it with good, solid driving weight. That backhand's fine on that. You just a foot or so wide of the centre line, it'll hold all the way up. Wow, that was
He's not gone very heavy at it.
yeah, very controlled. Didn't like the way he got it away. Didn't look right to me.
3 shots, Paul Foster.
That's a big bonus for Foster.
Just seemed to hit the ground a bit early, that one. I thought he'd have been a bit stronger than that. Comfortable start for Paul Foster. 4-0 after 2.
I think you find with Paul as well, the more games he plays on a rink, the better he goes.
Like most of the top guys, I used to say,
Jack length 26 metres.
but all top players, watch them for the first 2 rounds, back them after that. By the time they get to the quarterfinals, there's going to be very little amongst them in terms of ability to win the event.
Well, there's been some great bowling already that we've seen today, Dave.
Oh, some
Excellent.
fantastic games already, yeah. Absolutely true, Wayne, yep. And some big results as well, I have to say. Some big names disappeared. David Gurley's gone. Mervyn King's gone. Andy Thompson's gone. And of course Greg Harlow as well. So big names disappearing. Having said that,
They're all big names that are left as well.
they're all big names that beat them.
They're there for a reason.
Yep.
1 red.
It's a fantastic second round lineup, I have to say.
Jonathan just doesn't look happy with his line at the moment here, Dave.
No, just body language isn't good. Even the next match, you got Wayne Hogg, an elite squad player from Scotland.
Playing the local kid, Mark Dawes. Should be a great game.
Current British Isles singles champion, local man, so that's going to be a fantastic game.
It should be, and the crowd will certainly be on Mark's side, I would have thought, with it being his local club.
Now, Jonathan, can you get your drawing back again?
This looks closer.
Yep. Needs to run though, but he's very close.
Oh, what a great ball.
Well done. More like it.
1 green.
Forehand, just to rest that ball, punch it out.
Well, he needs to play with a yard away. Let it come back.
Gets it on the high quarter. The ball will go clean as a whistle. That's what he's after.
He's in the area.
Oh, yes, he is. But will he get the edge off the front one to help? Not quite.
Good effort.
Nice weight if he had got to it solid. Front pole stunned all the way out.
Not a lot of room to draw another, but he'll certainly be trying to get one. Not a lot of danger. It's a great effort here, Dave.
Oh, he just needs to stop. Not quite, but on the card, and that's the important bit. For Jonathan.
Important to get his first ball up there now.
See if he goes for a change of length here. Jonathan, the mat up a couple of meters. Jonathan's been playing in Scotland for a number of years now and represented Scotland as well, indoor and outdoor.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
Paul should be looking to get inside that, really.
Well, his backhand, the further you go out, the more it bends, so Paul will be adjustment, with the next one will be pushing out in a wide line. He's actually ended up with a decent result by coming inside the green one.
Yeah, it just blocks Johnny off a little bit. He might have to change, but might just be able to get round that. It is one of the better hands on the rink, this, Dave.
Yes, I like this forehand of the mat up a little bit. I think it's a very reliable way into the jack, as we can see Jonathan drawing the shot. I still think he can go a bit wider. This is better though. Wants to be gentle with the jack. Yeah, that's all. Just going a little bit on the inside of the jack. He can go wider with that, it'll soak up a bit of weight.
Three green.
3 green, but he should be saving with this one.
You would have.
I'd be fancying for him drawing shot, really.
Yeah, so he'll just go a little bit wider again. Try and keep the same weight.
He doesn't like it.
No, it looks narrow on the way down. That's why. Well, this is
unusual for Paul, that.
Yeah. Well, you would lose your mortgage on that one.
Certainly would have done.
Fozzie just doesn't make mistakes like that with 3 balls.
Johnny will be looking to put the pressure on by drawing a 4th. Needs to slip by it though. They'll not be too happy about that.
Missed chance. Really wanted to nail it with that one. More than drawable, but you have to push the ball out.
He's on a better line.
Yes, this is the best line so far. It's all about weight now. Has he got enough to get past the green one?
That looks good to me.
Yeah, too many chances.
You've got to take your chances in this game, Dave.
Absolutely.
One
Jonathan
shot,
really
four
needed
Foster.
that one on the jack to really just force Paul to draw second, not the shot.
Paul will be looking to maintain that gap now for the rest of the set. Keep your heads tight.
A bit of a chat with Paul earlier today. He was
Jack length 25.5 metres.
he's had a bit of a problem with an injury, and managed to get a supportive insole. I think he probably had to get it made, and it's made a massive difference to him, he was saying, and feels a lot more comfortable.
Good first ball from Paul there. Plays this short jack well, does Paul, doesn't he?
Oh, he's one of the best in the world, no doubt about that. Jonathan likes the short jack length and mat back. Certainly won't disturb him. Yep, there's the correction with that backhand. Plays it
red.
well.
Opens his options up there. Paul will be looking to get there before Johnny does. And he's close as well. That really tightens it up now.
Well, you're not going to draw a shot
Two red.
the way that's sitting.
He's got to go for it.
Well, certainly looks like a good shot to push into. Probably on the forehand. Danger of the backhand that Jonathan's playing is he can take his own ball out. Just like that.
Certainly looked the forehand shot really, didn't it?
Oh, it just, I understand that because the only thing about the forehand is that it is a straighter hand, but even with that, there's always a chance of taking the second shot out. Backhand always looked dangerous.
He's in a whole lot of trouble now.
Back ball going in. Paul not taking any liberties here with Jonathan. 2 back balls, not worth it when you're 5-1 up. Line 3 shots. Doesn't get much better than that by the time you get to the 5th end in the first set.
I'd still be tempted to play down the forehand, couple of yard over.
He's moved on to the forehand now.
Jack through for a possible 3 shot.
Oh, he's under. Tried to control it.
It's going to be a costly miss, is that?
Well, it was a bit of a nervy looking one from Jonathan. Didn't seem to get it away perfectly well.
He's never really looked settled, to be honest, from the start, has he?
No, he hasn't.
Hand in the pocket. Not good vibes.
Just seeing a replay of Paul Foster's ball as it drops in earlier in the end to get 2 shots. You can just see how vulnerable that green ball was, and Jonathan took it out.
Jack length 25 metres.
Paul just setting the jack just over minimum distance again. It tends to be his favourite length these days, Dave.
Well, quite often fine with Paul. He doesn't really go into matches with a game plan. He just goes in thinking, what's the best length for me as the game develops? But if it changes and his opponent is getting into him a bit with good balls and scoring heavily, Paul will go to the 23, 24 metres. And as you know, Wayne, although it's closer, it's certainly no easier.
It's definitely not easier. Jonathan just needs to start getting his first ball up there, otherwise he's going to be in trouble. He's gone early at this.
Well, it's understandable, but he has to give it time to get down. Close to this.
What's the split?
Oh, well, that's okay. Ball on the jack, plenty of room.
How far is that off the spot, Mike, please?
About 4 feet.
It's the way to beat Paul. Shake him up. Oh, if he's going to beat you to the jack, you have to shake him up by going early. If you're not going to beat him with the first 2 balls, it's the only way. Because he'll just do this all day to you.
Jonathan just not reaching again. Not an easy ball to play after you've just struck.
1 red.
No, but having said that, really needs to be there. He's going to face another double against him, and it's not going to be easy.
That's a big let off though.
Oh, that's a massive let off. Jonathan might decide to go for the bowl now. It's hard to draw it, but it's only 8 inches away.
Paul knows it too.
Might be a better shot to try and drive this. Well, he hasn't driven it, but he's played controlled weight. Going to be close. Has to be very close.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's a good hit. Very good hit.
And that was created by Paul's short bowl.
One shot, Jonathan Ross.
Important now to get his first 2 bowls up. Put Paul under a bit of pressure, ask him a few questions.
Well, bowl or jack would have been good. Got the jack clean through for a single, but Paul will be furious with himself for dropping short. Two after 6, 3 ends to go.
Johnny will be looking to pick up at least a pair here.
Jack Ben, 31.5 metres.
Well, if you're going to push the jack up there, the last thing you want to be is 4.5, 5 feet short.
And Paul's punished him. Under pressure now.
It's just about half an inch.
Can't be short at this stage. He's not up again.
Well, certainly expect Paul to be up to his own bowl.
Here's number 2. Possibly not as close as he would have liked it.
Oh, this looks better. Everything about this looks
Just needs
better.
to reach.
Good effort.
One red.
It's important you reach the head. It just opens the options up massively, doesn't it?
Well, there's 2 options now for Jonathan, depending on where Paul's finishing.
He's nearly sat the ball.
Oh, got it.
2 red.
Well, Jonathan has to reach this. Jack through for 2 would be good. Bowl out solid and stay, but it's a jack he really needs.
Certainly on the line for it, Dave. I don't know whether he's got the pace for it, though.
He's inside, okay, there's no doubt about that, as you're saying, Wayne, but he's quite like this weight, actually. Just needed to be a little bit wider. Paul's got a chance to score 3 here, which would take the first set after 7 ends.
Very close for the third. Might just
2
have
shots,
fallen
Paul
out.
Foster.
Must just have been the 2.
Don't know, we're waiting for confirmation of whether it's 2 or not, or 3, but it must be just the 2. Are we not getting the umpires' voices or anything?
Jack length 26.5 metres.
Let me check this in case the box is when you're 10-2 up and you put your next ball bang on the jack, it's looking
it's
very comfortable, isn't it?
just growing with confidence now, Paul. You can tell in his face that he's into the zone now, is what I call it.
Well, he's certainly somewhere where he wants to be. Very comfortable. He's not fighting the rink in any way. And he's been allowed to do it so far.
Yeah, Johnny's just not been getting his first ball up there, which leaves himself under pressure instead of putting Paul under the pressure. Paul will be more than happy with the way he's played though here.
Winner of this game will play Mark Royal.
2 red.
Played very well, did Mark, this morning. Looked
Good.
very settled on the rink.
Good player. Really good player. He's had some troubles over the last year or so, Mark, and lost a lot of weight, which was deliberate for a while, and then he was quite ill, and he did very, very well, even to be at the World Championships, and played well when he was there.
Looks happy within himself though, Dave.
Yes, getting better. As I said to him in the interview, he's getting better. He feels a bit better, which is good. Good player. Good player, Mark Royal. Jonathan going chasing for things. Paul Foster saying, well, I've had enough of this, I'm just going to go for cover. Johnny needs a 4, and there's just absolutely no chance of getting a 4 in that. Give him a bit of paper and a pen, he still couldn't get a 4. The way
He
that's
needs
sitting.
a bit of magic, Dave.
I think Johnny's pragmatic about these things. He'll just be doing what he's doing, just trying to draw in, really. He realises there's no shot there. Just a bit of practice for him. He's played it well.
He'll need to take that last ball into the next set,
One
Dave.
shot and the first set to Paul Foster.
Well, Paul Foster looked very, very strong in that set, I have to say. Takes a single to take it at 11-2. And I have to say, the world number 1, well, he does look good at this. But can Jonathan Ross get back? Join us in the second set to see if he can take Paul Foster all the way to a tiebreak. Well, welcome back for this second round match with Paul Foster and Jonathan Ross. Paul Foster, without a shadow of a doubt, absolutely brilliant in the first set. Playing well within himself, though. Looking very comfortable. And Wayne Ditchfield's with me from the local club here at Newton Hall. Wayne, he did look good, didn't he?
Fantastic. Very impressed with him. That's the Paul Foster we normally see.
Put Jonathan under pressure right from the word go.
Jack length 25 metres.
Certainly playing like a world number one. Looks very focused with himself today.
Well, he's been allowed to do it up to a point as well. You know, it's
Again, Jonathan not reaching the head with his first ball, leaves it wide open for Paul to just draw his first ball in.
yes, he's looking a bit out of sorts, I think.
Paul straight in again with his first ball. Magnificent. I don't know whether Jonathan thinks he's playing with a narrow set of balls or something, because he just will not give him the grass.
Yeah, well, he certainly didn't do in the first match, no doubt about that. They're fine, they were drawing back quite well. It's normal tailor ace that he would use.
2 red.
Changed colour. That can have an effect, but he's been in the top 16 more than long enough to know exactly what balls he needs to use, and he's vastly experienced, Jonathan, so shouldn't be a
This
problem.
is a better line though.
Yeah, he's got
Needs
this.
the jack. That's a great ball.
Played it well. It's more like it.
1 green.
But you don't want to be playing those third ball recoveries all the time. You want to be, asking your opponent to do that, putting the pressure on.
Paul's just answering everything Johnny gives him at the minute.
1 red.
As I found in Super Bowl, Dave, you just can't give him any room at all.
No, he's too dangerous for that. Jonathan going chasing for the ball, but he's overplayed it. Those are the hard shots.
Especially on that hand as well.
Yep.
Paul will be looking to put another one in here.
Well, the key ball was the last one for Paul. He taken that jack through, and
On a nice line.
he's certainly got a chance with this. Oh,
Great stuff.
he is looking good.
Very good.
2 shots, Paul Foster.
No mistakes on that one. Spare shot opportunity. Had a foot to draw it. Front toucher.
Very much a rhythm player as well. You can tell he's playing well because he's in that rhythm.
There are times, just occasionally in one's life, that you said to yourself, you're very glad you didn't win a match. And I'm sitting
Jack
here
length,
thinking to myself,
25 and a
I'm
half
very
metres.
glad I didn't beat Jonathan Ross.
I think you'd like to be on there though.
Oh, yes. Yes. But I don't really want to be on there when Fuzzy's in this sort of form. That's all.
He's never been far away.
I wouldn't have minded so much in the first game because he was just sort of getting into it and he wasn't totally comfortable. But whatever he's done in between, it's certainly changed. Jonathan's a bit looser in this match, I have to say. He's not getting in the same way, but he's not been allowed to.
No, you can only play as well as your opponent lets you sometimes. He's just asking it to slow up here, and I don't know why, because he's very good. Shot ball.
Well, the thing is that
last
Paul
ball.
Foster would know whether he's 6 inches heavy or not. As a lot of good players do. A lot of top players would know that. Just out of the hand, you know if it's going to be there or if it's not quite there. You don't watch it.
Johnny's a lot closer now.
Jack first. That will probably go towards the red ball. Now, has he held on for the shot?
red.
Nope. He hasn't.
What's the gap, please, Mike? My ball.
Your boat 4 inches.
Johnny's last ball is it?
It's about 8 inches short of Jack high.
That's a protector. As well as another very good ball.
I think Johnny will be looking to open something up here, Dave.
Oh, he has to. He's no choice. And this is where the difference is. Jonathan had a bit more freedom than against me. He played some very good balls under pressure at times, but I wasn't doing this, and Paul Foster is doing this, so that's where the difference can be. He's forcing Jonathan into playing some very difficult shots here.
To me, Jonathan's just not playing it attacking enough.
In the area.
Played a great ball there.
Oh yeah, played that well. But again, he played a very, very good ball. But I'm surprised he played it with that weight.
I thought it'd have been right down the middle of him there, to be honest.
Could be shot. Don't know if Paul will hold that line. Looks a bit narrow. If Jonathan's line is shot here, he'll walk away from it.
One green.
One green. Why is he going down?
Possible chance on the backhand to draw another, but it is very risky. He could play a good ball, fall back on the jack and give it away quite easily. Well, he's watching it.
Can't see him trying too hard.
No, he's not up. I don't think he'd be
One
too
shot,
bothered about that
Jonathan
one,
Ross.
Dave.
I don't think he should even have bothered walking down, to be honest, because sometimes it's just not worth that. You know, it's and that hand's not playing well enough in terms of, well, I won't say well enough, but it's not playing wide enough to allow the ball to drift back. You have to be on a deliberate line for it. Takes single. You'll be happy that was a good one too. It was a very good ball to play.
See if he gets his first ball up there this time.
Yep, that's what he needs. He needs to get that front toucher going. He needs to get Fuzzy to start thinking about things. At the moment, it's all very routine and automatic.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
Just needs to cut the short balls out. Give himself a chance. Now then. Much better.
Yeah, it's a decent start. Really is.
Straight away. Close ball from Jonathan.
is
Just
7
forces an
inches.
error from Paul.
It's about 9 inches past Jack high.
Changing the length is very crucial in this game as well, I find, Dave.
Well, it's different from a crown, isn't it? That way is up to a point, but the moving things around in terms of the mat and the length, you can always move the jack a little bit. Sometimes I find just keeping the jack in the same place and moving the mat around just a little can put people off quite often.
Changes the lines completely on a lot of rinks.
Yes, absolutely. Doubt about that.
Two straight balls from Paul here.
Two green.
Chance for Jonathan. Has to go in for the number 1. So this is the hand he had been favouring the forehand in this direction. It's previously it's been a bit of a narrow hand, but he seems to be okay tonight. I think it plays better later in the day. It's number 3.
Paul will be looking for second, I would have thought, at least here. Oh, he's gone at it.
Well, I'll tell
Very
you what,
close, he's in the area.
Well, he's got edge of something. Taking
That's
2
not a
out.
bad result, really.
That's pretty good. He would have preferred the jack, obviously, but that's pretty good to have moved them.
Jonathan will be looking to tidy this up. Certainly on the wide line.
Well, he wants us really close, but I don't think he's managed to do it.
You fancying Paul to draw a shot here?
Yeah, it's another shot.
4
But
green.
Fuzzy should be closer than that. No guarantees, of course, but it was controlled weight he played the last time. You would expect him to be in with this.
The way he's been playing, Dave, I can't see him leaving this.
Change of hand.
It's close.
Yep, we'll be happy with that. Hit and recover.
Yep. 4 down to 1 up.
1 shot, Paul Foster.
That's what the best do best. When they're in trouble, they make it look easy.
And Paul's probably one of the best at it.
Jack length 24.5 metres.
I think that you find this year, Dave, the players are just getting a bit more used to this rink now after coming a few years.
I think they are, and I think the important thing for them is that they're actually knowing what balls to use, because the portable rink, they always know what to do, but because this is new and different, it's important for them to know exactly what's going on with regards to the balls they use, and they've come to grips with that very, very quickly.
Paul's ball, last ball, sorry.
Just very slightly short, just about ½ inch.
Fantastic ball there by Jonathan. I'll just be looking to tuck the jack round.
Well, bowl or jack would be good, as long as he's arriving at it.
Just not up.
1 green.
Couple of feet needed. Bit of work to do this one to get back from there.
Not finished in a terrible spot though, Dave. If he just over arrives, it's in a receiving place.
Yeah, I think for Paul here, it's a matter of turning the bowl or turning the jack. If he misses it, he goes into a good position just behind the green bowl. And concentrate on greening the bowl a bit more, a bit wider.
I don't think he'll want to leave Jonathan a chance to make more than one though.
Definitely not. Here it comes.
Played it on a great pace.
Oh yes.
That's a fantastic effort.
Want to get the jack, that's what's the important bit. Hmm.
2 red.
Wow, 2 red.
Big result.
Bowl on the jack for Jonathan. Push it on through. He's got 2 back receiving bowls. This is a big bowl here.
Not an easy bowl to play on this hand, I wouldn't have thought though, Dave.
No, his hand doesn't
Very
really
important to get your pace correct on this one. He's certainly in the area.
Oh, he's got this, surely. Yep, all the way through. And it looks like he might be getting a 4 out of it. Yep, Paul Foster kicked him away.
4 shots, Jonathan Ross.
Be much happier with that now. Get his first ball up there now. Really start asking the questions from Paul.
You don't often pick a 4 up against Paul Foster, but he turned the jack to lie a double, so a turnover 6 shots on there on that particular end. That was big. That was massive.
Great end of balls though.
Yep, absolutely. And Jonathan's done what he had to do. He was struggling in the first set and was blown away at 11-2.
Jag length 28.5 meters.
Come back much stronger in the second.
Just leaving that first ball that touch short again. Didn't look happy with it.
Well, the thing is that Paul Foster didn't go off in that last end. Jonathan created the opportunity with his last bowl.
One red. Last ball of the gap. 5 inches.
What he really needs to do is put Paul under a lot more pressure and hope that he misses 1 or 2.
It's going back to what we've said all game though. It's that first ball, Dave. I think the match is siding with who gets that first ball there at the moment. Good chance here for Jonathan though. To sit the ball or just draw onto the jack. If he sits that last ball, he should be getting shot. Will it get back? All on the pace. Just pushed it a touch.
It's going to drop in and lock in that red ball of Paul Foster's, so it's probably still safe enough to play it on the forehand, but still got that green ball to negotiate, so you have to go out wide.
Paul's playing with the right balls for that, though.
Well, Fuzzy doesn't do narrow balls. Doesn't work for him, and that's the reason why he likes to come around stuff. And he's tapped the other green ball out at the same time. Could be 3 now.
3 red.
Oh, from 1 to 3 in one bowl.
He's looking very good. Very settled. Very close.
Yep, got one away. Oh, and the follow through, that I didn't expect. Couldn't see him following through from that.
Saved 2 shots.
Didn't look possible, that follow through. No, he didn't have a lot of weight. Once he hit it, I thought, well, he's bound to stop dead there. But picks the jack up from 3 to 1.
Paul will be looking to draw another here. Well, it's a great effort.
1 shot, Paul Foster.
Not a lot. I think Jonathan will be happy with that.
He'd be delighted just to lose a single out of that one. I'm sure that head didn't look too pretty. Still in the mix for the second set.
Yeah, I think he'd be looking to score this end, Jonathan. Just get that gap again.
Jack length 23.5 metres.
Paul's certainly looking the more focused of the two at the moment. Never far away with that lead. He needs to be sitting that last ball, really, Dave. Just make the head look a lot better for himself. He's close to drawing shot, though.
Yeah, he's played it.
What a great ball.
Sort of looked better out of the hand. It looked like a nicer angle he was coming in from. Paul just trying to draw the jack through to his own ball. If he misses, it's another one in the area.
If he turns it away behind the green ball, it'd be very hard to get to for Jonathan.
Don't think he's got to wait for it.
1 green.
Jonathan gets another in here. It might force Paul to play the little runner.
Close again.
You think he'd be tempted to play the runner off the backhand, punch the ball away?
Depends on if it's only 1 or 2. Ball drop back, you see, so has to be a little bit careful about this.
Timeout code. Paul has 4 timeouts remaining.
The benefits are immense because he's got 2 or 3 balls in the head. If he gets it absolutely clean, he might just get the edge of the other green one as well. Be worth 2, maybe 3 shots to him.
The only problem is if he leaves a position for Jonathan to go at it, he could lose that 4 again, like in the
like the last time.
in the first set, yeah.
Not getting back in time. Taking away that, though, it's the best Johnny can do here is a double. But it was a mistake with Jonathan a couple of ends ago where Paul Foster left that opportunity for him to pick up a 4. Had to play the shot to get it.
One shot, Jonathan Ross.
Missed chance.
Yep. I think he'll be looking to put the pressure on now, though. He might just up a gear now. I think he's going to have to. Because Paul's looking very good again.
Jack length 28 metres.
I think it's very important for Jonathan to score this end with only 2 ends after this.
Seventh end. Player in front has the advantage. The score here, the opposition will be chasing them for the last 2 ends, and that's when mistakes start to happen. That's when you get these strange scores and sets. It's quite close at the 6th end, and then all of a sudden it looks very odd when you get to the finish of end 9. It's all to do with the players chasing and losing big counts.
Just underneath the line again. Not up. Another good ball by Paul. Just finished a touch short though.
Yes, he's
Seemed to pull up very quick, did that?
he knows that a really good ball there would have put Jonathan under a lot of pressure into the 3rd delivery, so he's left the door open for Jonathan to draw the shot with this one.
And he has done. It's much better.
Well, it's missed chance by Paul. I'd be tempted with the backhand. There's a gap in the way. He threw in the backhand, so. Yep, going for that. Oh my goodness me. I don't think he's got the shot though. I think it's still 1 to green.
Might have fallen back in though.
1 wick, 2 wicks, and then the ball, then the jack,
1 red.
and then the drop.
I'd have been proud about that if I were playing snooker.
Oh, take it all. Definite snooker shot. Well, we'll know what sort of weight Jonathan's playing with. Who's lining the shot for sure.
I think he's just drawing it.
If Paul Foster's lining the shot, he might walk away from this. Single's very important at this stage. Yep. He's taking the one. It's one to red.
One
I
shot.
think it's
Paul
a wise
Foster.
choice, to be honest. He could have played a good ball and give it away quite easily.
Well, at 6-5, Paul knows that he just needs to score 2 singles, and he's home and into the quarterfinals.
Jack length 25 metres.
Paul back to his short length. Another good start.
He's made a correction. Second ball. One ball very close, and the other one just behind.
Just forcing the error there from Jonathan.
Well, Jonathan will be aware of the fact that he can't really afford to lose any more than 2 shots at the absolute most. He has to win this set.
3 red.
Maggie should go with this. Forehand runner. I know there's space to draw in. Appreciate that. Either that or a forehand draw. Backhand's no good to him really. If the backhand, the trouble is if he lands just jack high, Paul just take him out.
He's drawing it.
Well, he's had 2 goes already on this backhand.
He's not as wide, Dave.
No,
Oh, that's a bad ball.
I think a forehand just,
Plenty more options down the forehand.
yeah. Might have managed to get second shot out of it.
Looks in a bit of trouble though.
Yeah, slightly favour 3, Paul.
Still favours
Close to
3. I don't know. If you feel that I got twice, now just move on to the forehand. You've got to rest on the back ones even. It was a much, much better opportunity. Whereas the...
Paul turns the jack away here. Not a lot of options then.
He's encouraging it forward, which means he's short.
I think he was looking to do that though. I think he was looking to turn the jack round the corner.
Yep. No
Big
running
ball
ball
coming
now.
up.
This is important. This is very important for Jonathan Ross. Draws this. He's odds on.
I think he's got to change to the forehand, surely.
Well, he's had 3 goes at it. They'd be loath to change now, going into the 4th one, but just looks better in the forehand, that's all. He's sort of player that can do it with his last ball.
It looks on a better line to me.
Chasing it. Yep.
Looks good.
Shot ball.
That's a very good ball.
1 shot, Jonathan Ross.
Paul didn't get his last ball in, and that's where that came from. By getting that ball in.
1 shot, Jonathan Ross.
Good ball under the pressure.
Absolutely. Had to make it. Good time to do it. Paul Foster needs a double here. He will not want to go into a tiebreak in a match which, to be fair, he's really...
27.5 metres.
He's been in control.
Well, been in control for long periods. That 4 was a big 4 when Paul turned the jack round the corner and Jonathan got the ball on the jack.
Yeah, I think it's been the difference in this set, definitely. Because after that, Paul's not played any worse. He's been very good with this first ball all the way through the game.
One red.
Trying to wave at the ball to fall down because it does make a big difference. Well, interesting. Jonathan's coming to have a look at this because...
Not often they go up after the first.
well, this is the advantage of the
Timeout called.
shot clock. You can do that. Before the
Jones
shot
has
clock, you
4
couldn't go
timeouts
up,
remaining.
up until your third, after your third ball, unless you got permission. And there's no way a marker would say yes to that, going up after your first one. So Jonathan using them up just right, plenty of time. Just looks like a forehand just inside, arriving at the bowl. Slightly over a draw. This is the hand he's preferred on a number of occasions.
Just got a ball wide there. I think he was looking to be inside his own ball there, really. I think Paul will be looking to add another. He's on a good line for it. Yeah, very good again.
Oh, it's a good ball. I'm not sure if
One
it's
right.
counting or not. Still just a
One.
one, but
Don't look happy that it's not fallen over again there, to be honest.
he's so used to the balls coming in a wide arc, you see, that they normally always fall over. This is different. I think it's different because it's better.
He looks underneath. Can he get underneath his own ball?
Well,
right.
it's another ball in.
Second shot,
Still space for Paul.
the back one.
It's a back one. He could play either side.
Jonathan can afford to give one away here to force the tie break.
Needs to hurry with this. It looks a little bit lacking. Oh, that's the one that he
Two
didn't
red.
want to drop away.
I think Jonathan can draw off his own wide ball here on the forehand.
Quite like.
I think he's looking at the plant, but
He is. Yeah. I'd quite like to know if there's more than one in it.
I think the plant might just get an edge of the jack though. Jonathan has a back ball
Timeout
waiting
called.
for.
Jonathan has 3 timeouts remaining.
Well, if he plays with a lot of weight, maybe there's 2 in it, which is a match lie. He's swinging the arm. It gives me the impression that he's running at this. Oh, that
Looks wide out the hand, but
Well,
it's coming down quick now.
It's getting down now. He's got a chance with this one. He's hitting it nice and solid. There's a
Yeah,
jack
that's
going
a good
through.
hit.
That's his own ball back there. He looked at that plant. I thought it came out of the hand like you, a bit wide, but he didn't have as much
One green.
weight. That's what I thought he might have had. Paul Foster's going to be looking for that green ball, and I don't think he can see it. Yep.
And if he can see it, can he get 2 out of it?
I don't think he can see enough of it. He's looking
Timeout
at the
call.
plant on the forehand.
Paul has 3 timeouts remaining.
Green ball on the red ball on the green ball. Phew. Front ball on the green ball in the backhand. This is a horrible situation because of all the gaps and holes. And
He's got an option of playing a couple of yards over on his widest red ball, possibly pushing that through and following through for 2.
I don't think he can
Bit
generate
of a trick
enough.
shot though.
Yeah, I don't think he can generate enough weight to do what he needs on that. I think it has to be a forehand runner, bowl on the bowl, and hope that he gets a good result.
He's gone quick at it.
Oh, dear me. Green ball went across the way.
1 shot, and the second set to Jonathan Ross. Match tie break.
So Jonathan Ross takes the second set. So Paul Foster loses a single there. Jonathan Ross takes it 8-5. Strange set, Wayne.
It's going to be an interesting tiebreak, Dave.
Yes, it is.
I
But it
wouldn't
was,
like to pick a winner.
no, it was a strange set of balls, wasn't it? You know, it was
Jonathan's win the toss. and get the
almost
jack to fold
disjointed in
first
some
set.
ways. You know, it's Paul never seemed to be in trouble in that set. But
No, I think if anything, he just to the back end of the set, he just lost his length a little bit.
I think it was just that 4 was the key to it, really. Drew the jack across the head
Jack fence, 25
on the
meters.
fourth end and left Jonathan with a bowl through to the jack for 4. Played it beautifully, lifted the full house. And after that, mixed it up. So, into a 3-end tie break. No accumulated shots, just win the end.
I
And
don't
that's,
think Paul would have wanted to finish there with his first.
Nope, that's an unusually short ball for Paul Foster.
Good reply by Jonathan.
And Paul Foster looks so strong in that first set. All credit to Jonathan for fighting his way back.
It's a very similar game to the first one this morning.
Yep,
This one.
David Gurley's game.
What does that make?
1 yard.
Nothing easy on the backhand now for Paul Foster. Just,
They'll be looking to just drop round the short balls for shot.
oh, he's on a nice line. This ball will get back. If he has the right weight, it will get back.
Oh, he's close, Dave. Very close.
Oh.
What a great ball that
An absolute beezer of a ball. That to come around at that angle.
is. If anybody's going to send one of them, it's Fozzie.
Well, he's so good at them. The ball hasn't dropped though. He would dearly love that ball to drop. Jonathan will reach this on the forehand, and the way the ball's sitting, he can get the ball off absolutely clean.
Looks close. Depends what connection he gets.
Yep, got it. Always looked good. And that was the difference of that ball falling.
2 green.
The ball had fallen, that wouldn't have been possible. Now he's in trouble.
Asked a big question here.
Oh, this is a difficult shot. Oh, is he trying to draw that?
Doesn't like it.
Oh, I wouldn't have liked that either. That's a hard shot to play. I thought well, just see what sort of weight he was using.
First end to Jonathan Ross.
I thought he might have been tempted with the punch and run there. But first one to Jonathan Ross, and he's an advantage now.
Just the first signs of Paul looking a little bit uneasy now.
He's in bowler here.
That's the beauty about sets though, Dave.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. Sets can do this to you, and this would be a massive win for Jonathan Ross. I don't think he's come close to Paul Foster for a while. And after the first set, he didn't look like he was going to.
Certainly not an easy opponent to get by, Dave.
Jack
Nope.
then,
No,
27.5 metres.
Pulled back very strong, and Paul's gone off a bit. Having said that, he played a beautiful bowl the last time to draw the shot, and Jonathan took him off. He's just got stronger in the match.
It's important to never give up though.
Now these players know not to. Good first one.
Probably the best first ball we've seen from Johnny.
Yep. In the context of Jonathan's career and where he's been for the last while, this would be a monumental win for him if he got past Paul. Paul's first ball, unusually far away, but realised he couldn't afford to be short. Better to adjust back than adjust forward.
I think Jonathan would have been hoping he was a little bit past the jet there with that one. He never looked happy with it out of hand. Paul will be looking to get close here though now.
Struggling with this one.
That's not like
wow.
Paul.
Wow.
Two green.
Well,
It's amazing what a little bit of pressure does to you.
Yeah. Well, it's advantage to Jonathan Ross to win this match in this end.
You'd have never have predicted this after the first set, Dave.
Not a hope. Not a mission.
That's
of
a
this
very good
happening.
ball though by Jonathan there.
Not a-
Really putting the pressure on now.
And that forehand, as you know, Wayne, is a straightish hand. It's going to be very hard for Paul Foster to get back around a short ball.
I think he's got to come through on the backhand, try and find the gap. I think that's his only option, Dave, really.
Oh, the ball's fallen. That makes a difference.
Just following up, Paul. Gap is now 2 inches.
Yeah, well, the marker always tells the player if a ball's fallen because that will change their choice of
Timeout,
shot. It
Paul
just
has
means
3 timeouts remaining.
he has to use the timeout. But
Paul's certainly doing the right thing up and coming and having a look.
well,
I still think he's got to go at it though, Dave.
knowing Paul, I'd be quite happy to draw it, but
I think this might come quick.
his first 2 balls wouldn't indicate that he was very comfortable. So needs to come down and shake something up. Well, played it very controlled, and
Yeah,
it looks
not as
narrow.
quick as I expected.
Oh, that's not going to help.
Whole lot worse.
Goodness me, that's not going to help. It's opened the forehand for him a little bit more, but that forehand just holds off. It's going to be a...
I think if I was Johnny, I would not be going anywhere near this now.
No, I would leave that.
I'd be covering the back red ball, if anything.
There's no better position they could possibly be in than that, the way it's sitting, in the context of the match, and the way he's played in the match, and the way that Paul's played in the match. To be in this position is a wonderful situation for him.
It wouldn't surprise me if Paul just goes up the other end and draws a side toucher.
Wow. I think that forehand's a very hard shot to play. I think I'd be down looking at it for a yard or two just to try and push the ball through and run on, but...
He has got an option down the backhand, ball onto ball. The thin edge of the wider ball.
Oh, he'll be on the forehand, I reckon. Don't like the front red one for that shot, but he's going to play it anyway. As you say, That's what he's looking for. Bowl on the bowl. This is very tough.
I think he's just wide.
Yep, missed it. Jonathan
Very
Ross.
good.
That's
Good match for
a
Jonathan
big,
Ross.
big win for Jonathan Ross. The International Open pings him through to the quarter-final. Paul Foster won the first set, 11 shots to 2 over Jonathan Ross. And I have to say, Paul Foster was in total control of the game at that stage. But in the second set, Jonathan Ross fought back, picked up a big 4 in the fourth end, took it 8-5, took a tiebreak 2-0. Paul Foster, the world number 1, is out, and Jonathan Ross is through to the quarter-final.
Jonathan, you come out there on top of that match, and quite incredibly after a tiebreaker and after a first set where you were dominated by Paul. But congratulations to you. I mean, you must be very, 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 very incredibly pleased, I would have
I
thought.
wasn't delighted to win, but it was probably one of the strangest matches I've been involved with. I probably couldn't have played worse in the first set, and Paul just kept drawing and drawing. And then the next set, I still couldn't get my lead ball in where Paul was. But it was my third and fourth balls. He had a dead draw or a running shot that seen me through it, I think. The last couple of ends I did draw it dead, but that was it.
Paul, you kind of struggled in your first match in round one, but you started this one like a man possessed.
Yeah, I'm obviously disappointed losing the match, but I can't be disappointed in my performance. But I'm not going to be too critical, because obviously in games gone by, a lot of viewers criticise the way I go in the green, and I thought I did myself proud today. But as I say, I didn't do too much wrong, but I think where I get punished was the amount of times my ball came in at an angle and just sat up. The amount of times if they'd fallen down, Johnny had no shot, and I played a perfect ball to lie 2 to go 5-1 up and end up losing a 4. Johnny played a great shot.
Yeah.
And obviously lay the match at the last end of the second set, and Johnny once again got his run on in the plant. I still don't know how I missed it, because I get it square.
Yeah.
The ball's clean at the head, and obviously I must have got it at the wrong angle. But obviously disappointed. Yes, played great, I thought. But good luck to Johnny in the quarter-final.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's talk about the first set. You mentioned that. You mentioned Johnny's big 4. We'll have a look at that later. But let's have a look at the first set. And you really dominated that there, Paul. I mean, you got a 1 here nice and early. And then you started to sort of turn the screw somewhat and start picking up threes. And Jonathan, must have been quite hard for you. I think you got a 3 in the second end and the fifth end as well.
That was it. As you can see from here, I mean, my lead balls and second balls weren't near it, and Paul was just rolling them in, and was forcing me to run early, and perhaps that put me off my weight the rest of the set. But and Paul was certainly nailing the jack, and I wasn't. And I think that was a big difference.
Line and length is key. Sorry, there was a bit of an issue with the PA system here at Newton Hall, but it was a different story in the second set. Again, you started the second set pretty well, but a huge 4 for you. Not often people get a full house against Paul Foster, but
No,
you managed it.
I was lucky to get the right ball. If I got either red ball, I wasn't going to get the 4, maybe getting 1 or 2, but that was the maximum result, and that was a game changer in my view.
And this is end 7, Paul, and you were kind of fighting your way through. You kind of ricocheted here. You had a very important one, and beautifully played. You managed to kind of save the single, but this is the 8th end as well, Johnny, and you were in here and playing pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I was under so much pressure. Match lie was against me, and I managed to get it from the last ball. 1 ball wonder.
1 ball wonder, and well, it's absolutely fantastic. And this is the one here, Jonathan, that managed to get to the tiebreak. Again, you were down, and again, you had to pull out the big ball.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer the backhand with weight. I knew the jack was always going backwards, and I had the best back. And Paul obviously tried to get the plant to get mine out, but luckily he didn't get it.
So close, Paul. That's the tough one, isn't it? I mean, you just can't. You can see your face there. You can't actually believe that you'd not got that there.
Well, when I walked away, the plant was bang on Johnny's ball, and I said to myself, hit it square on. That's why I shouted square. I thought I got it absolutely perfect, but obviously never. But that's balls, that's how it goes.
I guess, Jonathan, when you're not getting your line and length right in the first set, you definitely get it together in the second set, but you need that when you go into the tiebreak, don't you?
Oh, you definitely do. I mean, against Paul, I mean, you have to be as close as you can to that jack. I mean, I played a nice little shot just to turn my way here after Paul drew it dead, and it basically left Paul a very difficult draw.
And again, Paul, a tough one to do. This again, you're forced to play a wee bit of weight and just not on it.
Yeah, it's my second ball was a killer, which blocked it. But obviously, look at the first tie break in when I drew the shot my third ball. But once again, if it falls down, Johnny's really got no shot on. But I'm punished my ball sitting up rather than falling down. But as I say, that's how it goes. Johnny played the big balls when it mattered, and it got him through into the quarter-final. Yeah,
well, congratulations. That's very decent of you to say that Paul, as well. But the guy behind there's warming up. It's Wayne Hogg and Mark Dawes. What do you reckon of this one? Because 2 guys, young guys, very talented bowlers as well.
Yeah, these guys are in the provisionally top 16, and it's all are just slightly out of it. And this is a big game for both of them, so it'll be keenly contested, and should be a good atmosphere with the homeboy Mark.
You'll know Wayne Hogg pretty well. You'll play this is the Scotland side with him, and now you're out the way. Everyone will be going, world number 1's out. They will all be going, hang on, we get a chance of winning this now.
Yeah, I hope every match is a draw from now on. So but no, Wayne's a cracking player, and so is Mark. Mark's. I think it's a massive match. Whoever wins this game goes in the top 16, so it's all to play for.
It certainly is all to play for. It's going to be an absolutely wonderful match. Wayne Hogg is in the world's top 16. He's up against the British singles champion coming up after the break. Well, what a match that was here on Sky Sports 4 this evening. The world
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring your players on for the next match. It's your local hero, tour card champion and hunting the points to get into the WBT top 16. It's Blackpool's Mark Dawes. And ladies and gentlemen, ranked at number 16, he's been on the WBT circuit since 2004, and he is also looking to cement his place into the 16 rankings. It's Scotland's Wayne Hogg. Commentary with David Corkill.
Fascinating challenge. This is going to be head-to-head shootout for the top 16. With me in the commentary box, Robert Paxton. There's been a lot of calculations made around the players' lounge, Rob, and I think we all know that this is a very important game, and I'm not worried too much about anything other than the ranking points and the result.
Yeah, definitely. It's basically a final for both these players. Whoever wins this one will be out and in the top 16 next year. So it's a huge game for both players.
Well, in the context of the tournament, that was the biggest shock I think we've had so far. Paul Foster going out.
Yeah, Paul played great bowls out there tonight against Jonathan Ross, but say Johnny just came out with some great bowls at the right time and just managed to get over the line. So that was a great win for John.
1 green. It's almost a foot short of Jack High. 5 inches past.
So this could be a very nervy game out there tonight.
I would say
between
so.
these two.
Yeah, the prospect of losing and having to go through all of the qualifiers again, and it's all down to one match where you don't have to be involved in those.
1 green.
If you don't get your tour card and you have to qualify for all the events, you're talking about a minimum 15 matches that you have to win.
Yeah, it's extremely tough to get through. The quality of the qualifiers these days at the events is a great standard. And both these players will certainly want to be at those events next year.
So we might just see a few nerves.
One.
Very narrow line for Wayne Hogg with this one. Oh, that's a really good result out of that.
Great result.
Wasn't what he was playing. He was playing for the bowl out clean. Got the front connection, followed through himself. That was a brilliant result.
Be a similar shot for Mark probably, just arriving down the fort. Any jab movement. Obviously it's his home carpet as well, so he will know the carpet.
under the weight for the line. Thought he'd been just a bit stronger to it.
Two shots to Wayne Hogg.
So good start for Wayne Hogg. Takes a couple on that one. Always a bit of pressure on a home player, though, Robinson. His expectations high for Mark Dawes. There's no doubt about that. Around the club, obviously, there'll be
Gently,
people
28 metres.
here just to see him play and hope he does well. But after the first game, a lot of people cleared out. Some will be coming back, I'm sure. But first game was a fairly lengthy one.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Mark earlier, just saying about the carpet, and it is playing a little bit quicker than he's used to up here, so it is a little bit different for him as well, obviously condition-wise, but he's certainly reasonably confident going out there today. I'd say that added pressure of being on your home carpet.
Well, they're both international leads. We expect their first two bowls to be pretty close.
Yeah, Mark's had a promotion this year. He's taken my spot. He's playing 3 to Mr. Harlow in the series next week. So just goes through the form he's been playing, the national titles he's been winning as skipping. So they give him the chance.
Interesting. A long time at the front end.
Yeah, great lead, Mark. Absolutely great lead.
One red. Sorry, what's that be? 1 foot. About 1.5 inches.
Another chance for Mark, this time inside the bowl, and carry sufficient to get to the punch. Bowl out or turn the jack.
Just overplayed it.
Well, his own ball solid was okay.
Well, he's got to be looking for a bit of cover now. Try to split the 3 green bowls, I think.
Well, even if he got the 2 back green ones and laid on them for another shot, it would still be very useful. Well, benefit of that one. The jack moves through 4 or 5 feet, that will be handy. Still a chance for Mark. Still holding off on the forehand. Good effort. Good weight for the job, but it's going to be a single.
To Wayne Hogg.
Wayne has been working away at his day job on the computer when he's been here, and he's not playing. There's that a bit of feedback again that we've been getting on occasions. It's almost like an electrical release valve or something from the PA system, but our electrical gurus can't find it. The gremlins are buried so deep in that box of tricks that they're not coming out to play. Interesting that Wayne Hogg decided to play with a Tiger 2 here. A straighter bowl.
Yeah, most players are going with a swinger bowl, but it's what you're comfortable with, basically. The way he started off with them.
2 red.
Looks like he's made the right decision.
Yes, it seems to pick up a bit of pace and a bit swingier in the evenings. Now, Mark. Under the line. Weight wasn't bad. Well, just the wrong side. Really good effort. Lovely weight to pick the jack up for the 3.
2 red.
Still 2 down. When you're 3-0 down and 2 down, puts a bit of pressure on.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with the state of the game and what they're playing for. Yeah, just looking to get on that board early. The longer Wayne can keep Mark off the board, the pressure builds and builds.
Three red.
Well, it's a difficult one for Mark to get out of.
I think Mark might have a good old run at this. Oh, he's in the picture, all on contacts. Oh, what a result.
That's a bonus. He got the back one on the way through. That would have been the shot. He might get 3, possibly 4 out of this.
If that bowl has gone.
Oh, I'm sure it has.
No.
Oh, couldn't have stayed on, surely.
But I think it's far enough away. That's a great result for Mark.
I thought he hit that really solid.
1 shot to Mark Dawes.
Just the one. Looked like he hit it really solid on the way through. Just see this again now. There it goes. There he. Oh, he didn't hit it with as much weight as I thought.
Great strike for Mark. That'll settle the nerves a little bit on the board.
Yes, because he hasn't settled into this match so far. He's been just needs to get into the rhythm of the first 2 bowls.
Yes, Mark's most dangerous. It's his first 2 bowls.
There'll be a lot of people tuning into Sky Sports for this because it is a really interesting game. The outcome of which guarantees the player for next year for the World Bowls Tour events.
Almost a yard.
Correction made. The first ball's a bit of a surprise on Mark because he's just been struggling a bit with it.
It's possibly down to the pace difference, to be honest. Mark was saying it's generally runs a good couple of yards heavier than it is at the moment, so possibly just a little bit of over adjustment.
1 green.
So Mark will soon be on a length. He doesn't play many bad games.
Good
2
ball.
green.
Very good ball. See when attacking this, yes, down the forehand, split the balls, run through for the jack.
It's got to be close.
Depends on the angle he gets.
Bowl
it.
and jack.
Yep.
Oh, great shot.
Always looked like the way to play it. It was all to do with weight there, Rob, wasn't it? If he got the weight right.
Yeah, the narrow bias bowl as well. I think on the running shots possibly does help you on there. So it's that tough one. Big bit of pressure on Mark here.
Well, early days, 3-1, but 3 against him with this ball.
Any drop now, he's very close.
He's fighting it.
Oh, he's going to drop away.
I thought he was better than that. He looked better than that to me.
Same bowl for Wayne if you can get down to marks. Drop the bowl away for a big count of 4. Missed opportunity really.
Spare shot chance, but
3 shots to Wayne Hogg.
it's a good lift on the treble. Mark played very well here in May in the Tour Card event last year to secure the opportunities, World Bowls Tour events for the 14-15 season. Had a great final, just got over the line, played a brilliant last ball.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
One red.
So Wayne's doing the right thing here. He's come out the blocks, playing some good bowls, and keeping the home crowd quiet, which is a good thing. There's that extra support you can get from your home crowd. Got up here tonight. Can make a big difference.
Oh, it's like any home support. You really want to be all over the home team. Try and keep them as quiet as possible. He's playing well, Wayne, though.
Yes, yeah.
He's getting a lot of balls in the head and any movements going to him.
So if you keep the crowd quiet, you generally keep the player quiet. He's close with this mark.
Solid contact and a run through as well. That's good. Looks like he's made a double.
Wayne's got to be a little bit careful it. Could be lifting in.
He's on the wrong side, but he's pushed one through.
One green.
Well,
what an opportunity for Mark here.
It's a chance that he has to take when you're 6-1 down. You have to go for this. Doesn't seem to be any real danger there on just a foot over the draw.
I think it's just a draw. Make sure of the 2, and if you do get a touch on the jack,
yeah.
Absolute bonus.
It's a way to play it. Well, the line's looking very
just
good.
Needs to run up.
Yeah, making sure the double. Good ball, really good ball.
2 shots to Mark Dawes.
Another half a yard, he would have made the 4 shots, but be happy with a double. 6-3. Still a long way to go with the 4 ends, so plenty of time to make up those 3 shots for the local man.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
Certainly a better opener from Mark there.
Well, we get a good idea from that camera angle just how much these balls are trying to draw across the line.
Yeah, that forehand back to the start. It's a really big drawing hand. Nice and true.
Yeah, it's a good hand this. Probably the most reliable of the 4.
Yeah, definitely. All lengths, it's
2.5
good.
inches.
It's a good effort.
1 red.
In a good position, but really can't afford to lose this end. I would say Mark looks worried, but he always looks a bit like that. He's got a
Timeout
serious
call.
face on, so he should do. This is a
Queen has 4
very
timeouts
important
remaining.
match.
Yeah, not an easy shot here for Wayne.
Yes, he'd like something close, Robert, but the difficulty is to get close. He might give the shot away, and that certainly would not be clever.
Just the danger of the 3 bowls just behind. That's the problem. He's brave. He could just arrive.
Well, doesn't stop Mark Dawes.
Yeah, it's not a great bowl that from Wayne, to be honest. If Mark gets a little touch on the jack now, Wayne's last bowl won't look very nice at all.
Well, these shots are never easy, but they're very playable on this particular hand on the 4.
Oh, definitely. Everything gets back to the jack.
Oh, he's got a chance with this.
Just needs to run.
He's got a
Just
big
needs
chance.
to run down to the jack now. Is he down to the jack? Oh.
Nice weight for the job, but just failed.
1 red.
Give it a go. Wasn't that far away.
I don't think Wayne will be too close with this. Oh, what an offer.
Tell you what, if that's in, that's a very good goal because he had no margin of error there.
2 shots to Wayne Hogg.
Oh, what a great bowl.
Very good delivery. And it should be enough with even 3 ends to go, 5 up. It's been a tight enough game, but Mark Dawes has had a couple of chances to pull the jack back for counts and just failed.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
So it's a funny old game. There's been some really good ends in this one. Just a little bit loose on this occasion, but it'll all tighten up with the 2nd and 3rd bowls.
Yeah, Wayne's just found his first 2 a little bit better than Mark, really.
1 red.
That's been the main difference, I think. Just those couple of conversion shots that Wayne's got.
Once again, Mark Dawes building head nicely just behind the jack.
Yeah, we're certainly looking to score a double on this end.
One red. The gap's 8 inches.
Last ball short Wayne. The short one. How far, please?
It's 18 inches from Jack high.
Might look to just get under Wayne's last. Sit the bowl away if he gets a little touch on the jack.
He's come down to look at it. It's a very narrow shot, that's the only thing. And just looking at the direction he's playing at the moment. And that
Timeout call.
Forehand does just hang off a little bit with pace though,
yes,
so
exactly. The backhand will lend itself more to coming into the jack, carrying a couple of feet of running. Bowl out, turn the jack, chance of 2 or 3.
so this backhand does go really quick. There's not many people that have got those little runners off it. Probably weight more issue than anything.
He's left himself a bit vulnerable here.
Okay.
Might be worth playing this off. Quite a deliberate, strong shot on the forehand.
I think he's got to. I think he's got to play a couple of yards down the 4. Get Wayne's bowl a little bit on the jack. He's making a good treble.
Yeah, well, maybe it's better just to take it away and forget about the subtle shot. You know, it's what he's looking for. The trouble is his hand's a very narrow hand.
He looks under.
Yeah, it's forced him underneath it. Well,
One shot to Wayne Hogg.
surprised he was that far away. That's 3 ends in a trot now that Mark Dawes has had a chance for the last bowl to get multiples and hasn't managed to convert. At least he's had the opportunities, which is good.
Yeah, he's building heads okay. Give himself a chance, but yeah, just hasn't taken one of those. So this set's just slipped away.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
Mark Dawes just hasn't been as consistent as I've seen him play most matches on this rink. He's just struggling a little bit. Certainly expect him to come back strong in the second.
Yeah, Wayne's just dealt with this pressure of the game a little bit better at the moment.
I just want to say that he draws a really good ball.
One green.
That's a loose hand, and Mark Dawes really needs a 3 here to give him any sort of a chance in the last end, but it's the loosest end that Wayne Hogg has played. Still plenty of room though.
2 green.
Yeah, I'll be looking to get a decent second or shot. Just close the set out on this end.
Dropped it short.
Oh,
Can you explain it, Rob? Because I can't.
that's just come from nowhere. Probably just relaxed a little bit. I think the set's over.
Yeah, no, it's six up with 2 ends to go. There hasn't really been too much for Wayne Hogg to worry about. Going into the last 2 ends, and he's just at a very loose one, giving Mark Dawes an easy treble.
Shots to Mark Dawes.
Well, this would be remarkable if Mark Dawes can score another 3 to get a half out of this set.
Yeah, certainly doesn't deserve it on the performance of both players in the first set, but we've seen stranger things. I was actually talking to Wayne during the week about a game at Potters a few years ago. Colin Walker, when it's a 48 draw, picked up 2 fours against an overseas player on the last 2 ends to win the set by 1.
Yep, can happen.
He'll need this first bowl really close. Just give himself a chance.
I'm not surprised Mark's just behind the jack of the first one. He knows he can't afford to be short. Well, anything past the red ball is going to be good.
Splits it 2. He's played a great bowl.
Still a good ball there.
Yeah, that's good.
2 red.
Well, certainly on a tighter line now. Get to the bowl.
There's a good solid connection.
One
He was
green.
probably after the jack though.
Yeah, bowl jack could have been
No,
ideal.
it's 1 inch short. Timeout called. Wayne has 3 timeouts remaining.
Well, Wayne's played a couple of very good bowls and just repeats the dose again with this one.
Yeah, I think he's almost got to swap down the 4 if he can get almost level with Mark's back green bowl, trying to get another second and cover the trail.
Yep, just trying to get past him to split the 2 greens.
I think he's played that.
Oh, that's beautiful, that is.
Well, Mark has still got a chance.
I think it's a great ball, I really do, because you know, he now has to put this jack.
Well, he's looking to sit the red twice.
Yeah, but they're so far away. That's the trouble. In Wayne's got the last bowl, I think if they're a foot or so away, I could understand it, but when you're 3 or 4 feet away like that.
Yeah, but after being 9-3 up,
I know.
dropping a 3 and being 3 down, I think Mark's just under it.
Academic now because he's underneath the line for what he wants. Yeah.
One
It was
shot
good.
to Mark Dawes, first set to Wayne Hogg.
And Mark Dawes made the score look quite reasonable and rather acceptable in a set that he was just not totally settled. But 9 shots to 7 for Wayne Hogg. So the Scot takes the first set, puts it in the back pocket, says thank you very much, and local man Mark Dawes, well, he's got it all to do. Join us in a couple of minutes to find out if he can get the second set and force the tie-break against Wayne Hogg. Well, welcome back for the second set. Mark Dawes against Wayne Hogg. Set that Mark Dawes must win to force the tie-break. And Wayne Hogg, well, looked pretty strong in that first set.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
I think Mark will be looking to be a bit more consistent with his first 2 deliveries. Put a bit of pressure on the Wayne.
Yeah, definitely. Let's start the set a bit stronger. Yeah, even if Mark doesn't come out on the right side of this result, he still has got a chance for the 16, I think. Just looking through the rankings earlier. Another huge game tomorrow morning. And Les Gillett and Simon Skelton. Again, 2 players fighting for the place in the 16.
Yes, I think you just want to win this and guarantee it, though.
It would be the easier way.
It's more like Mark, 2 really good first balls.
2 green.
Some great matches coming up tomorrow. Les Gillett, Simon Skelton. It's a playoff again for the last place or 2 in the top 16, and Daniel Patterson from Australia up against world number 2 Rob Paxton. That'll be an interesting challenge for young Daniel. Jonathan Ross, who just got past Paul Foster Well, he's up against Mark Royal, who had a good win over David Gurley. And Jason Greenslade against Alex Marshall.
It's an absolute great bowl from Wayne Hogg there. Touch up lucky.
1 green.
Top class bowling. Get the impression he was a bit worried about that one.
Yeah, wasn't a great deal he could do there really. Probably 2 minds.
One shot to Mark Dawes.
Good head of balls. Single to Mark Dawes. Just keep it nice and tight to first. Couple of ends, both players make sure they don't lose a big count. Settle into the second set.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
One red.
Oh, good adjustment, a good second. Both these players will be performing next week in the British Isles Championships Home International Series.
Yeah, bit of surprise about Wayne as well. He's not in the Scottish
Nearly
team
2 feet short of Jack
for
High.
the actual series.
Just dropping under. Just have to wait to push through. Change of hand, just soaked it up a little bit. Well, there's nothing easy about trying to get that shot back just at the angle it's at. Just play yard to it, Rob, and hope to crunchy jack against the ball and squeeze it out.
Yeah, just getting almost solid, just the underside.
tame end, this one. Nothing's really happened since Wayne's first bowl. Until now, he has a spare. One out and the other one's close. That foreshortens things rather, doesn't it, on our screen? Certainly looks like red by some distance, but obviously the angle of the camera makes a difference.
Two shots to Wayne Hogg.
Well, first and last poles end up scoring for Wayne Hogg. Just wondering what Mark Dawes has to do here. Whether it's a change of length, move the mat around, has to do something to put Wayne Hogg off.
Yes, I'd possibly go short, change something. But so it's just those first couple of bowls really.
Jack left
Wayne's
29
just beating
metres.
Mark to the jack.
One green.
How far? So getting to my ball and Jack, the marks, the Jack.
Your bowl is nearly 4 inches and Mark's is 2.5 inches. One green.
There's an element of consistency now about Wayne Hogg that he's starting to put a bit of pressure on. He's not lying the shot, but he's getting one or two of those first two really close.
Yeah, he's just building the head up nicely. That's 4 great opening bowls.
Oh, it's really good. Well done. It's the best end so far for Mark Dawes.
2 green.
Wouldn't be surprised if Wayne Hogg attacks this now because it's almost impossible to get anything on the draw.
Danger is a bowl off. You could be turning your own 2 away.
Oh, still going for it. Didn't miss it by much. Thought he might have played off the forehand for that reason. Rob, you know, protecting himself on the forehand a little bit. Forehand's a bigger swing hand, that backhand. It's different now. You might have to think about this.
Decent tactical bowl there from Mark.
Just can't see if that jack will squeeze onto the red bowls if he just touches it. that's what he's playing. Little touch on the forehand, trying to spring the jack through. The red ones just overplayed the weight, by the looks of it. Well, good chance for 3 here, and it all really stemmed from those first 2 balls and putting the pressure on.
Looks like he's played it well.
Yep.
3 shots to Mark Dawes.
Best end for Mark Dawes.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
It's a very good reply. Just a little bit of noise there from the PA system. Once again.
Gap is 8 inches.
Mark will be a bit disappointed with his last 2 bowls after such a good first. Slight adjustment on this one.
No, he certainly didn't look too positive about which way to play this. Can understand him playing it on the backhand. He doesn't want to leave anything jack high or leave a shoulder on the forehand. Makes more sense to play it this way.
Just wondering if Wayne might have a little trundle down the backhand himself. Just
Ball
over
on
the
the
pace.
jack, yeah. Well,
getting his own bowl, squeezing the jack.
Well, that's what he's looking for. Oh, so close. I thought he was going to get inside it to get to the jack at one stage. (5-2) after 4 ends. Well, again, another good first ball by Mark Dawes. Beaten on this occasion, but he needs to just keep piling those in. Oh, can't let that sit. Well, he knows if he hits it, Rob, that the back one's going to disappear. Depends on the jack. The alternative is to play the subtle shot, and that is just to arrive at it, squeeze the jack through.
Yeah, that's the perfect shot, but
it's just it's a
Mark's, he's struggled with those so far.
Yeah, it's a lower percentage shot, isn't it? Well, that's what he's trying for.
He's not far away.
Yep, he's in the area, just needs to hold to get it.
Perfect.
Oh, I think it really bled it well. Very good execution. Jack just moved a little bit further than what he wanted. Wynn wasting no time getting his ball away. Dropped it in for a second. Mark has to be careful with that front ball. It's not going to take much to tap that down for the shot.
Yeah, down that forehand. It's the big drawing hand, so there's plenty of room to get around that.
Just needs to run. Just there and no more. Very good indeed. Can't see him running. That's just anything on his last ball to draw the shot.
Yeah, the way Wayne's been drawing, I think it'll just be, say, staying down the 4, and I think he'll be drawing this, to be honest. He's been drawing extremely well this game. He's on a great height.
We'll mark that one on the card, I think. Well, there was pressure on this. 7-2 would have been a gap that was dangerous as it is. Drawing a shot, only 2 behind now. 4 ends to go. Still a difficult one to call, isn't it, Rob? Who's going to win this set?
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't like to call it, to be honest. Mark's just starting to find his range a little bit better now. At the moment, every time he's asking the questions, Wayne's coming up with a reply.
Just left a bit of a target, hasn't he? He's a bit unlucky with that one. Oh, it's a good bowl, but it's just that big target now for Wayne to reach those. Well, it's dropped down. That helps. Mark Dawes has really been in front in this set due to the fact that he's upped his game with the first 2 deliveries. Gentle now. Don't move anything. Again, a bit unlucky moving across the jack. Staying in front was absolutely perfect.
Almost tempting just to make sure you're up at this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
2 bowls, get the jack.
There's no point in being subtle unless you're playing with a massive amount of confidence. Well, he must be if he's trying to play this shot.
Oh, he's played an absolute... He just needs to stay up. Oh, he's dropped away.
Oh, it's a great ball to play if you're another 6 or 8 inches and dropping right in front of it, but it's... We can't tell because the angle is just foreshortens things, and I'd much rather hear from the marker. Might favour 3, I think I heard her say, so... I just think the shot like that, you force it through, Rob, to make sure.
Yeah, just low percentages, really. It was the perfect bowl, but...
Oh, he's played a good ball, and potentially he's ended up saving nothing. It's 1 out. See if he concedes a second and a measure for the 3rd. Yep, there's the 2 and a measure. He's a good weight player, Wayne Hogg.
Concedes to 3.
Didn't exercise that skill on that end and loses a treble.
Yeah, a bit surprised because his conversion shots have been good.
So, 8-3 with 3 ends to go. More and more like a tie break.
Mark will want to close this out in the next couple of ends and just take that momentum into the tie break. Let's keep that jack in his hand. He's just starting to find his openers really good now.
Once again, good balls from Mark Dawes, the first 2 deliveries.
It's got to be a cover bowl, I think, for Mark now. A little bit deeper than he'd wanted.
Only a slight adjustment. The weight was good with Wayne on the last ball. Just a little bit wider. Oh, he's into this now. Very close.
Oh, good to see done a bit.
Yeah. As you say, Rob, it was just a little bit deep with Mark, but in a good receiving position. He's probably 2 down.
Needs a jack. Oh.
I'm surprised he went chasing that a little bit. It certainly looked like he was chasing it with that line.
If it's only one, just wondering if Wayne might have a little look at the bowl.
Well, he's trying to see it. You know,
down the forehand.
Depends of who's line the 4th shot. It's only worth 1 more if he takes it out and runs off himself. This stage, he's still got 2 ends to go. If he draws another one, it's 8-5. 2 ends to go. Remember, he has to draw the set, not win it. So, I think just a draw really would do the job. You know, it's take the ball out in 1 more. It's not worth it. He can draw another one.
He's lining up down the 4, so he's got to be looking for the bolt.
He is indeed.
Oh.
Well, he got everything. I don't know whose line shot now, but I'm not sure about that one. I really am not sure about that choice of shot. So 1 to red. In the end, no damage done. Bit of skittles there with that last ball, and it's just the way Wayne Hogg's been playing. He's been, he could draw that shot fairly comfortably for the double.
It's always a tough one in sets when do you start chasing? An opportunity for the 3.
One green.
That's a team with great hope and support, isn't it? Manchester United. Oh, win. Have to score at least 1 this end to give yourself any sort of a chance. Preferably 2 or 3, but it's a set lie against.
Just over 2 feet.
That's as good as you could do, isn't it?
Perfect, really.
2 green.
I mean, Wayne's just got a dead draw. 2 or 3 inch gap.
Chance of using his own ball on the wing as a shoulder. Certainly has to give it some sort of a chance. Well, if he's reaching here, he's got a chance off the ball, but just got it too solid. So we're going to be into a tie break.
2 shots and second set to Mark Dawes. Match tie break.
Well, 2 shots there. Mark Dawes fully deserved that second set.
Wayne won the toss and gives him the first jack to Mark.
10 shots to 4, and as we see this little ball dropping in now.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
Well, in many ways, I think you're assessing that second set. Probably be the basis of Mark Dawes' first 2 balls were just so much better.
Yeah, he found his first 2 in that set. Put Wayne under a little bit more pressure. So it is down to the first 2. If you can start finding those.
3 and tie break, rules change. Just win the end. Tiebreak ends change a little bit on the last end if required. We'll wait to see if we need that. Slight change of rules there.
1 red.
And of course, there's another timeout which is carried over to the tiebreak, so gives the players a little bit more time to use at a crucial moment in the match. This is good. Oh, perfect weight side toucher. Got to be worth thinking about coming at that.
Oh, he's down that forehand, big drawing hand, just over getting into the jack.
Well, it does lend itself, certainly if you had enough weight even to get the front ball onto it, to loosen it a little bit.
I think Mark might just be tempted just to arrive at this with neat weight. Just try and get that squeeze.
Well, just needs to come back to the jack. Oh, he's got it.
What a bowl.
That was a great shot. Great shot. Jack hasn't finished in the best position. But what a brilliant bowl. He's just left it framed by the two bowls, and if it had travelled another 5 or 6 inches, it would have been so much better.
Yeah, Wayne will be chasing this now. Oh,
he's got one of them.
Could open this up.
I'm not sure if that's really helped. He's given himself a little bit more space on the draw, but it's no good just taking one out because you only have to win the end. Doesn't matter by how many shots, and you would expect Mark to get something close here.
Touch unlucky if the jack hadn't have caught Mark's green bowl. It would have been well in the open.
This looks like it's going in a bit narrow. Well, that's beatable.
Got a chance.
Yep, definitely beatable. I thought Mark would have been closer than that.
About an 18-inch gap. Be confident of drawing this, Wayne. Oh, he's certainly out on a high line.
It's all about weight. I think it's back from there. He's trying his best now. The weight will be soaked up as the ball bends. Needs to drop. We can't tell from our monitors. Certainly looks close. First blood, Mark Dawes. So, Wayne Hogg has the jack and first bowl.
Yeah, so this momentum of the second set's carried on to the tie-break.
As is often the case, but Mark Dawes has got the last bowl, and that's the crucial thing, isn't it, Rob?
He knows now he's got a bowl in his hand for a place in the 16.
Yes, that's effectively what it comes down to.
He'll also be thinking he won't even want to play that ball.
Oh, that's the whole idea. Get in there, make sure you do it with your third. Don't leave any pressure on your last ball if you can avoid it. First ball coming in pretty decent again.
Mark's chasing this one.
Well, not sure if he's going to make it, to be honest with you. Didn't make the trip. Doesn't look any closer, really.
It shouldn't be good enough to win.
Oh, that won't be good enough. No chance.
There's just so much pressure out there, you can never tell.
Oh. Now there's 4 feet, 3 to 4 feet between the two bowls, Rob. Didn't go away very much. Probably the shot.
Not just playing just for the win or a title. It's at least a year in the 16. At all 3 singles events, and then the open pairs as well. So much at stake.
Needs to hurry. Oh dear, oh dear. That was a nervy one. Oh, anything within a foot or so, and he was nearly there. That's the sort of ball that can cost you a match.
It's amazing what pressure can do for you.
Oh dear, Mark, what are you doing? What a great chance that was. Can't see Wayne missing it now. Just can't. He's on a much better line this time. Much better line.
Oh, he looks up.
Yeah, he's there. Number 1.
Good ball.
Too many chances. Just too many chances. Mark, anything up to that, and he had the chance of a lifetime.
The key here is if he's got 1 second, 2 seconds.
That's it, we don't know. If he's got 2 seconds, he must drive the ball out.
Attack the ball.
Has to.
So many chances down at forehand.
Just don't know if that front green one's in play or not. I think he should just drive it out anyway. Take his chance.
Looking down the green there from this angle, it looks good.
Must drive it out on the forehand.
Mark's got a good runner.
Yeah, it's fairly straighter hand, that forehand.
Oh, he's close.
Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, what? So close. So very close. Well, it's going all the way, this match. A fraction away from it. Well, you're just thinking there was so much room. 3 bowls up. Wayne Hogg's got 1 bowl left. And Mark drops it 5 feet away. Unbelievable.
Yeah, so this end could turn anything up really. The amount of pressure these 2 guys will be feeling out there.
30.5 metres.
Mark gone long.
Yes. Picky one. That was just pressure, wasn't it, in the last end?
I mean, this is probably the biggest end either guys have ever played in their careers. Coming up here.
Well, third end of the tiebreak, the end can be destroyed and replayed again. It's the only time that you can do that in the match, but you have to nominate it. If you don't nominate it, the jack will go into the respot position. So the rules do change slightly. Nominate as often as you want, but you're only allowed to actually destroy the end on one occasion. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, it just dropped away. It probably nestled up for shot, then dropped away. If I was Mark, I don't think I would go near that.
Oh.
You know, it's a match lie. Just don't do it. After the last end.
Do you block? Do you cover the spot? If you cover the spot, he'll go for the kill.
And of course, the opportunity's there to wing the ball off as well. So, oh my goodness me, there's going to be pressure out there. But we've all been there, so that's what the metal's all about, isn't it? That's the measure of the bowler.
Down the backhand, must be looking for the respot.
Tell you what, if he's looking for the respot, he wants to be a lot wider than that.
Oh, he's not trying to draw.
Oh, Mark, what are you doing? If he's off target. Yes, exactly. That is not where you wanted to be. Anything even 6-8 inches behind that would have been good. Now, Wayne, you've got a chance because you're playing that off the backhand in particular. You've got that shoulder to play off.
I still think he'll go down the forward, just looking for the edge of the bowl.
Yeah, he should go down the forehand, and if that's the case, that shoulder ball doesn't make any difference.
Oh, he hasn't.
Well, it holds a long time there, Rob. It holds a long, long time. Got it. Got it. Oh, it's bounced up to the... I don't believe that
word.
result. That's exactly where Mark Dawes' ball shouldn't have been, and it's ended up bouncing right to it. That is criminal. Oh, I don't believe that. It just had the lock on the red ball, and he would follow through in that perfect position.
Oh.
And now, Dozzie's in a situation of having to get a cover ball in because he's only got the one ball in the head.
Well, do you cover? Do you draw another in?
No, you have to get between the jack and the red balls. Absolutely essential.
Or deepest?
No, no, don't worry about it. That ball will go off clean. Must get another ball in. A little bit surprised he's playing it on the backhand.
Well, same bowl as his last, really.
Well, that's the only thing. That's the only thing, really.
He's on a wider track.
Certainly is. Now, what's his weight like to get to the red balls? Needs to stop. Really needs to stop. That could be a good enough for second. If that's second shot, that's a really good ball. You're breathing heavy in here, mate, for them. You really are. You're feeling the pressure in here.
Feeling it out there for him. I mean, so much at stake. Wayne's just played an absolute wonder bowl. Got the worst possible result. Bit of a timer. He's trying to time it. Oh, he doesn't like it.
He's pushed it out, that's why. Can't see it getting back. It's not going to get back from there. Mark Dawes is going to be through. And my goodness me, the crowd erupt after that. Did it the hard way, I have to say. 9-7 in the first set. Lost the second set. Yes, Mark, well done. Wayne Hogg won the first set 9-7, lost the second 10-4, but that tie-break was absolutely wonderful. It really was. It was great stuff, wasn't it, Rob?
Oh, it's a great game of bowls. I mean, Mark fought back really well. Wayne came out the blocks fantastic in that first set. Really unlucky on the last end of the tie-break with his third bowl. So Mark's come out on the top and has got a place in the top 16 next year.
Oh. No, major pressure all the way, and you could see it in the players' faces, and you could see it with some of the bowls they played.
Yeah, definitely. And Mark, being a true sportsman, hasn't really celebrated the win at all, knowing how disappointed Wayne will be.
Yep, absolutely.
Wayne's such a quality player. He'll certainly be back on the tour, and he'll be fighting hard through the qualifiers to get back.
Yes, he will indeed, as you say, but that was massive. No doubt
Wayne's
about that.
Brother and mother sat there with Jonathan Goodall, the club manager. Been told by John that he was Mark's coach.
Well, the two players are just down now trying to get ready for the interview, and it's an absolutely fantastic game, but it was a situation of Wayne Hogg playing very good bowls. Mark Dawes upped his game in the second set, especially with the first two deliveries when he took it 10-4, and Mark Dawes won the tiebreak 2-1, and Dougie's got the players in the studio.
Well, incredible match, absolutely sensational match. Wayne Hogg, of course, as Corky said, they're winning the first set. Mark came back in the second and take it in the tie-break. What an incredible game, Mark.
Yeah, not a lot I can say about that really. It was first set, just scratching around a bit. Wayne played the better bowls. Just, probably helped in the commercial break there. Give myself a couple of minutes just to get myself together and try and improve in the second set. And I felt I played a bit better in the second, put Wayne under pressure where he was doing the first set to me.
Your line and length, Wayne, in the first set was particularly good, putting pressure on Mark. He's from this club and he knows the rink very well, but you were looking good in that first set.
Yeah, I was pretty pleased with how I was playing the first set. I knew I would have to sort of try and dominate with the first two balls to try and get on top of Mark on his own carpet. I managed to do that. Played a couple of good balls at killer times when Mark was lying the shot. And things were going pretty good at that time.
And let's talk about the fact that you are from this club. I mean, you do play here, you play on this carpet regularly as well, and clearly you know it very well. I mean, I'm not saying it's giving you an advantage in any way, but just coming into any kind of tournament, you must feel quite comfortable here.
Yeah, I think of course it helps. I mean, playing your own carpet, anyone would like to do that. It just gives you that little 5% extra. But I mean, all the top players, the good players anyway. And I think more that helps really the crowd as much as anything. Giving you that little bit of geeing up when you need it, sort of thing. And I know the rink, I know what it's going to do. Yes, it's playing a bit quicker because it's been stretched, so it's been a little bit quicker than it normally does. But I know where the lines are and know where I should be putting my balls.
1-1 goes into the tie-break, Wayne, and it's anyone's game at that point. You had a heartbreaking shot just on the last end there, and it looked like a pretty good shot, but you just had a rotten outcome.
Yeah, I've got history getting rotten outcomes in tie breaks, to be honest. That's another one to add to the collection.
Absolutely. And for you, Mark, through to the next round, through to the quarterfinals, you must be delighted with that.
Yeah, delighted. I mean, obviously a lot been made about it before. Me and Wayne both battling for the top 16. So it was important to win this game, and now sort of basically can concentrate on the tournament and basically trying to win it ultimately.
And Jonathan Ross in the next round?
I thought it was Nicky Brett playing the next round, but I'm not sure. I haven't really looked. I thought it was Nicky,
okay.
but I'm not sure.
Yeah, beg your pardon.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Nicky's probably one of the form players on the tour at the moment. So looking forward to the game and hopefully can give him a good game.
Okay, well, let's hope you do give him a good game because he's certainly seen some fantastic bowls here at Newton Hall here tonight. But we'll be back live tomorrow for all the quarter-final action. Jonathan Ross against Mark Royal and Jason Greenslade against Alex Marshall, the 6-time world champion. That's on at 2 o'clock on Sky Sports 3. And then we'll be back on with the rest of the quarterfinals. That'll be Nicky Brett against Mark Dawes. As we mentioned, Mark is the local man, the British Isles singles champion. He's up against Nick Brett, the Scottish International Open champion. The quarterfinal 4 we will find out here. That's live from Blackpool here at 6 p.m. on Sky Sport 3. It truly has been an amazing night. Congratulations to Mark, commiserations to you, Wayne, and commiserations also to the world number 1 who's out this competition as well. Bye for now.